Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into AI chatbots.
Ooh, fun.
Specifically for custom stationery businesses like yours.
Okay.
We've got this excerpt that claims these AI bots can be like 247 design assistants.
Wow.
They can personalize recommendations
That
and even upsell like pros.
sounds wild.
Sounds kind of like a stationery superhero, right?
It really does. This is definitely like a really interesting area where like creativity and technology are like meeting in a way that I don't think a lot of stationery businesses have like thought of before.
Right.
And what I think is like really cool about it is that it's not just like basic automation, you know?
Okay, so tell me what you mean by that. Like going beyond just like answering, basic questions.
Yeah, so think about it, someone's on your website at like midnight
Right.
and they get like totally inspired,
Yeah.
for like their wedding invitations.
Oh, yeah.
Without a chatbot, that excitement might fizzle out by morning.
Yeah, that's true.
But an AI chatbot is there, like ready to go no matter what time it is, ready to capture all that excitement and like guide them through different design options.
I love it.
Whatever they're thinking of.
It's like having a design assistant who never sleeps.
Right.
That
Exactly.
never clocks out. That's amazing.
And especially in like today's world where everyone's like, online all the time.
Always on, yeah.
This just makes so much sense.
But okay, so how about these personalized recommendations that we're talking about?
Okay.
How does a chatbot actually know what a customer wants?
Well, so imagine like you have a customer and they love vintage floral designs.
Right.
The AI can look at their like past purchases, what they've clicked on before, what designs they've like spent time looking at, and it can suggest things that are really similar.
Wow.
I can be like, oh, based on what you liked, here's a similar style.
Oh, I see.
Here are some fonts that would look great with that.
Yeah.
Here are some color palettes that you might want to use.
I love that.
It's like having a personal design consultant who like remembers everything you like.
Yeah, and it's not just like recommending any old thing. It's like actually like understanding their style and being like, you would like this.
Totally.
Okay, well now let's get into the ordering process. Can AI really handle everything, like from customizing to actually like checking out and paying
Oh yeah, for sure.
in one like smooth flow?
Yeah, think about it like from a customer's perspective, it can be so annoying. You have to like jump between different pages and menus to like customize their order.
Right.
And then choose what kind of printing they want and then finally buy it.
That's so many steps.
Yeah. A good chatbot can make that so much easier.
Okay.
It can like guide them through the entire process in like one conversation.
That's amazing.
Like you're just chatting and you get everything done.
I love it.
So easy.
It saves so much time for like the customer, but also for the business owner.
Totally.
Oh my gosh.
And it probably like cuts down on people abandoning their carts too.
Oh, for sure. Because I know I've done that where it's like, I'm like halfway through and I'm like, never mind.
It's just too much.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the coolest thing is that like, while it's guiding them through that process, it can like recommend other things that they might want to add on.
Oh, tell me more.
Like say someone is ordering wedding invitations, right?
Okay.
The chat bot can be like, hey, what about matching envelopes?
Yeah.
Or thank you cards, or even personalized stamps.
Oh, that's so smart.
It's like subtly increasing the amount they spend without being like pushy about it.
I love that. And I think like the other thing that I feel like is always such a pain point is like answering those frequently asked questions.
Yes. Oh my God.
It just feels like a constant drain on time.
It really is, like constantly answering the same thing.
Over and over.
Yeah.
So how does the chatbot like help with that?
Okay, well imagine having a chatbot and it handles all those like repetitive questions that you get all the time.
Okay.
Like what's the turnaround time? What kind of paper do you use?
Right.
Do you have eco-friendly options?
Yeah.
All those things.
Those are all things people ask all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
So not only does that like free up your time,
yes,
but it also makes sure that every customer gets the right answer no matter what time it is.
24/7.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's like having an FAQ expert on call at all times.
That's amazing.
Right.
But this excerpt hints at something even more impactful, like chatbots as like brand ambassadors.
Oh, yeah.
How does that work?
It's about going beyond just like the buying and selling.
Okay.
And like actually building a relationship with customers.
Okay.
Like imagine the chatbot sending a personalized thank you message after someone buys something. Or like a little reminder a few weeks before a big event.
Right.
To order save the dates,
Yeah.
It's like those little touches
so cute.
that make people feel special.
Yeah, like you're making them feel like they're valued.
Exactly.
That they're not just like a number.
Right.
It's like a real experience.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's not just about like making people feel good.
Okay.
All those interactions, all those questions that get answered, that's all data that the chatbot is collecting.
Oh, so wait, so it's like learning as it goes.
Exactly.
What kind of insights are we like talking about here?
Well, it's like having a built-in market research team.
Oh, wow.
Because by looking at what people are buying,
Yeah.
what designs are popular, what questions people keep asking,
Right.
you get this like incredible insight into what your customers really want.
Yeah.
And that helps you in so many ways.
I can see that.
Like you can make sure you're offering the right products, you can target your marketing better, and you can even like see trends coming before anyone else.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's so powerful.
So it's not just responding, it's like actually learning and growing.
Totally.
Which I think for like any business really, but especially one where you have to be creative and like ahead of the curve.
Absolutely.
That's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of this comes with the added benefit of like being really cost effective.
Oh, tell me more.
Because as your business gets bigger,
Yeah.
the chatbot can handle more and more customers.
That's huge.
Without you having to hire more people.
Especially for a small business owner, I think that's like a really big deal.
It's huge.
Okay, so we've talked about design assistance, personalized recommendations, easy ordering, answering FAQs, customer engagement, and data-driven insights. Is there anything else these like AI powerhouses can do?
Oh, yeah. They're also amazing for promoting like seasonal offers.
Oh, tell me more.
So think about it. You just launched your new holiday collection, right?
Yeah.
Instead of like emailing everyone manually, your chatbot can just instantly send personalized messages to all your customers.
I love it.
Highlighting the designs they're probably going to like the best.
That's so smart.
It's like having a marketing assistant.
Yeah.
Working 24/7, spreading the word.
Okay, so it sounds like this excerpt is painting a picture of AI chatbots as like the secret weapon.
I know, it's so cool.
For any custom stationery business who wants to like,
you
know, streamline their operations, boost customer engagement, and ultimately like grow their brand.
That's a great summary.
Yeah.
It's all about like creating that seamless, personalized experience
that
we were talking about earlier in a market where everyone is trying to stand out.
Right.
A chatbot could be what makes your business as memorable as like a beautifully designed invitation.
I love that analogy. But I'm sure there's some downsides too.
Oh, yeah.
Like no technology is perfect.
Yeah, definitely. It's important to like look at the whole picture and see what the potential challenges are.
Exactly.
And how we can like deal with them.
Okay, so I'm ready to dive into those downsides. Let's talk about what stationery businesses need to be cautious about when thinking about this technology.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so when we're talking about downsides, what's like the first thing that pops into your head?
Well, one thing that people worry about a lot is like losing that human touch, you know?
Yeah.
Because stationery, especially custom stuff, is so personal.
Right.
It's often for like big life events.
Yeah.
And some people really value like having a real person, a designer who like gets their vision. You know?
I get that. It's like having someone who's like really invested in making something special for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just like an algorithm.
Right.
So is there a way to like balance that? Like the efficiency of AI with that like human connection?
Yeah, I think it comes down to how you design and implement the chatbot.
Okay.
Like it shouldn't feel robotic or cold.
Right.
It should be warm, engaging, even like empathetic.
Okay.
It's about making the customer feel understood, even though it's like a digital interaction.
So it's not about replacing human interaction completely. It's more like enhancing it.
Exactly.
Like freeing up human designers to focus on those like more nuanced parts of the process.
Exactly. Think of it as like a team effort.
Okay, I like that.
The chatbot handles the initial stuff.
Okay.
Like getting information, suggesting options, making the ordering process smooth.
Right.
And then a human designer comes in to like perfect the design, add those personal touches, make sure it really reflects what the customer wants.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's like using technology to make human creativity even better.
Yes.
Not to replace it.
Exactly.
Now, another thing that I think people worry about with AI is like data privacy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because these chatbots are collecting information about people, like their preferences and their buying habits. So how can businesses make sure that data is handled responsibly?
I think transparency is super important.
Okay.
Like businesses need to be upfront with customers about what data they're collecting and what they're using it for.
Right.
And of course, they need to have strong security measures in place to protect that information.
So like data encryption and all that good stuff.
Yes, all of that is essential.
Can I imagine like staying compliant with all the relevant data privacy laws is like non-negotiable?
It's about building trust with your customers.
Right.
Showing them that you take their privacy seriously.
Exactly. Okay, so we've talked about the human touch issue and data privacy. Are there any other potential like pitfalls that we should be aware of?
Well, one challenge is keeping the chatbot's knowledge base up to date.
Okay.
Because the stationery industry is always changing.
Oh, yeah, constantly.
There are always new trends, new designs, new printing techniques.
New everything, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't want your chatbot recommending like outdated stuff.
No, like last season's fonts.
Yeah, exactly.
So how can businesses make sure their chatbots are staying ahead of the curve?
Regular updates and training are key.
Okay.
The chatbot needs to be constantly learning and evolving to stay relevant.
So it's not like a set it and forget it kind of thing?
No, definitely not.
You have to keep working on it.
Yeah, it's like tending a garden.
I love that.
You got to nurture it and help it grow.
So let's say a stationery business owner is like convinced and they want to try out AI chatbots.
Yeah.
This excerpt mentions Shogini as a possible solution.
Right.
What should businesses keep in mind when they're choosing a provider?
The most important thing is to find a provider who has experience in the stationery industry.
Okay.
Like you want someone who understands how things work in this market.
Right, so not just any chatbot company.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone who gets it.
Someone who gets stationery.
What else should businesses consider?
Customization is really important.
Okay.
Can you make the chatbot sound like your brand?
Right.
Can you integrate it with your website and your ordering system?
Right. All the tech stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff is super important.
And of course, pricing and support are always big factors.
Oh, for sure.
You want a provider who's transparent about their pricing.
Yes.
And who will be there to help you if you have problems.
Absolutely. Choosing the right chatbot provider is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like finding a partner who can guide you through this whole AI thing.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and talk about the bigger picture.
Okay.
We've explored the benefits and the challenges of AI chatbots for stationery businesses.
Yeah.
But what does all this mean for, like, the creative world in general?
That's a really interesting question.
Yeah.
Will AI help artists and designers be even more creative?
Right.
Or will it, like, start taking over those skills that humans are good at?
That is the question.
It's a big debate.
Where do you see this going?
Personally, I think AI has huge potential to be a powerful tool for creativity.
Right.
It can help us come up with new ideas, explore different possibilities, and push the boundaries of what's possible.
I love it.
But we have to use it responsibly and ethically, always remembering that it's a tool to enhance human ingenuity, not replace it.
I think that's so important. So what does this mean for the future of custom stationery? Will we see chatbots becoming like the standard?
It's definitely possible. As AI gets more advanced and easier to use, I think more businesses will start using chatbots to make things run smoother and improve the customer experience. But I still think there will always be a place for that human touch in stationery.
I think that's really reassuring to hear.
Yeah.
Because people really value that personal connection.
Absolutely.
That feeling of having something unique and special made just for them.
It's hard to imagine that ever going away completely.
I agree. So it's about finding that balance between automation and personalization, between efficiency and artistry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the future of custom stationery is about embracing technology while staying true to the heart and soul of the craft.
I love that. That's a great way to put it. This has been such a fascinating look at how technology and creativity can work together.
Yeah, it's been really interesting.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From the practical benefits of AI chatbots to the bigger questions about the future of the industry.
It's a lot to think about.
But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a question to think about. What part of your customer interactions could an AI chatbot like really help with?
Oh, that's a good one.
Would it be like design, help a better ordering process, or even like building stronger connections with your customers?
That's something to really consider. And remember, you don't have to jump in all at once.
Right.
Start with like the area where a chatbot could make the biggest difference.
That makes sense.
And then, see what options work for you and your budget.
Exactly. And for anyone who's ready to go for it, remember that company Shogini that our excerpts mentioned?
Yeah.
They specialize in AI chatbots just for stationery businesses.
Okay.
And they even do like one-on-one consultations to help you get started.
Oh, that's awesome. I always think talking to experts who really get your industry is a great idea.
Yeah. For sure.
They can walk you through the whole process.
Right.
And help you find the perfect chatbot for your business.
All right. So that wraps up our deep dive into the world of AI chatbots for custom stationery businesses.
Ew.
From 24/7 design help to personalized recommendations and data-driven insights, these AI tools have the potential to really shake things up.
I know, it's like a whole new world.
It's an exciting time to be in the stationery world.
It really is.
With tech always changing, the possibilities for creativity and innovation are endless.
Absolutely.
So to our listeners, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope you learned something new and maybe even got some inspiration for your own business.
And until next time.
Happy designing, everyone.